Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda and her greatsword and those elves she lets tag along. Hjani, Bjorn, Onas and Princess Grumpyface talked a lot of elf talk about the ornithopter, which I can't even drive. Total bullshit. We returned to the scene of the goth party and discovered that while the princess may be insufferable, she might not be the worst, as a right roll conspiracy may be afoot. After much elf-splaining, I hatched a brilliant plan to save the innocent citizens of the realm from the wrath of the king. Back at the Misty Mire, everyone failed to spot a huge assassin vine hanging out on our ornithopter. A totally normal killer vine that bore no resemblance to anything else at all. Certainly not a giant botanical penis. My trusty greatsword got me out of a tangled mess, but Onas was left in the grip of almost certain tentacly doom.
So that's a 3 and a 1, which is 4, and my third dice is a 6, so that's 10.
Nice.
You send a formidable, using that word again, shock of electricity through it, and much to your surprise, it has absolutely zero effect, allowing you to realize that assassin vines have immunity to electricity.
Oh, well. Oh, no. Hey, I found out the hard way, guys. See you on the other side.
We'll
now
sing great songs.
Now we come to the top of the order, which is Hjani.
All right, so I will rapid shot it again.
Okay. You see, it's 15 due to
And
its
I have
leathery
a-
hardness.
So I have a +6 attack bonus once we -2 for the rapid shots. Natural 20.
Whoa.
Okay, roll that again to see if it's a critical hit.
14 + 6, 20, yes.
Okay, so the first arrow is a critical hit, which for your composite longbow, I believe, is ×3.
×3. So it's 1d8 + 1. Do I also
Times
times
3.
3? Okay, so 6 + 1 × 3.
Is
So 7 times 21.
Wow. You shoot an amazingly aimed shot where you think is the
It's hard.
the base of the vine
God, man.
towards the back of where the trees are, and you just shoot so well it enters and rips through it and out the other side, and black ooze gushes out for 21 points of damage.
Wow.
And it seems to have lost some
Vitality?
Vitality, yes.
Do I need to take a second shot? Should I take a second shot?
It's not completely out of it yet.
All right, so
it
it's-
hasn't gone limp just yet.
So
You
it's
did say the bog was cold, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So another +6. Fudge. 2 + 6.
Fudge.
Okay.
Fudge.
Did you say fudge?
I
The
said
second
fudge.
one skims off the surface and disappears forever into the mire. In fact, both those arrows are gone,
Okay,
actually.
so 27
Dealing
arrows.
is to Arpitani with her longsword +5. She gets a 2. She hacks at it, but fails to penetrate the leathery skin of the vine. Which brings us to the vine. I'm going to flip the d4 to see who it attacks. Actually, can someone do it for me out there to make sure it's fair?
2, me.
Seyda. So
can
its
take
slam
it.
attack will be at you again. What was your AC again?
18.
Slam +7. 4 + 7 is 11. Again, you are, even with your legs immobilized, you are
No,
too...
I hacked myself.
Oh, you
out.
hacked yourself free, didn't you? So in fact, you just stay out of its range. That's an awesome
Stupid vines.
point. And then it's constrict attack. Flip the 1d4 again, and for God's sake, don't get a 1.
2 again.
2.
Okay, it's not happy with your evasion. And gets a 19. 19
kept
plus
insulting
7,
it.
26.
19. Oh, jeez.
26. So another vine reaches out and crushes you for 6 + 7, 13 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ripes.
32 minus 13.
Guys, I think this might be the vinyl
19.
countdown
19.
for us.
Oh.
Da, 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 da.
I don't know what song that was.
It doesn't exist in this realm, but it should. 'Cause
No,
it's damn
Hjani
fine.
was being accurate. That was the famous folk song of Kikathra called The Final Countdown.
The
Vinyl
vinyl
countdown.
The final
Which
countdown.
will be written about this encounter and passed down the ages from now.
Do you happen to know a bard?
No, but I think I might be regenerating as one pretty damn
But I know
soon,
it's
and
Bjorn's action.
Okay, I'm gonna try to continue wriggling with my
Wriggle skill.
my +10 escape artist.
Wriggle,
skill.
wriggle, wriggle.
Go for it.
That's a 6 + 10 is 16.
Okay, you still are unable to get out of the grasps of the magical entanglement. Seyda.
He's pretty sick, yeah. Onas is pretty sick. I'm going to try and chop
I've
him
got
out.
my guts being
Chop
squeezed
him out
out of
and
my
get him
throat.
out. Okay,
Yeah.
so roll the damage dice again, and you've got to get 8 or more to get him out of there.
Okay, 2d6 plus 2. 3 and 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9.
Okay, you cut Onas free and drag him out of the range of the assassin vine. Says Onas, and everybody speaks like you get flecked with his
gross.
exhaled blood.
Don't thank me. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think some poop got squeezed up out of my mouth.
You're hallucinating wildly at the moment. Actually, yeah, you're just
He just
really out of it.
hallucinated poop being squeezed up through his mouth.
Yeah.
What did he?
You certainly feel like that was how hard the squeeze was.
Yeah.
Is it my turn again?
You think you've cracked a couple of ribs as well. You're in pain.
I
when
didn't
you-
crack them. I think the weird tentacle dick creature did.
Hjani.
I pull out my sword, and I have an attack bonus plus 7 for that.
Okay, 15 AC.
So 19 plus 7. Oh, it's a critical as well.
Oh, because it's on 19 or 20, right?
Yes.
So you roll to hit again. If you hit the second time, you get the
Okay.
double.
Come on. 7 plus 7, 14.
No,
Oh.
so it's regular damage, but
Alright, well, okay, it's a 1d8 plus 2, and then plus 6 ice damage. So that is a 2 plus 2 is 4,
Fudge.
plus 2 is 6.
Hjani wades closer, getting a foot on the wing of the golden bird. She stands atop it, 1 foot by the cockpit, 1 on the wing, draws frost, which glistens in the air, brings it hacking down and severs the vine completely. And it sort of writhes, twitches, and then ceases to move. All of your magical entanglement, anyone who's still entangled, Bjorn, goes away. You are free once more.
The final countdown.
And the assassin vine has been defeated in good time due to the critical hit triple damage longbow shot.
Looks like it wasn't the day of the tentacle after all.
As usual, the DM devises a interesting, challenging encounter, and someone rolls
A critical.
a critical, and
Someone
a
also
great
got
roll.
completely fucked as well, can we point out? and
Would you
almost
like
died.
some balm?
Roughly
I have some
translated.
balm.
Hey, you know what? Maybe
It looks like he wants some balm.
I'll give you my balm. You can have my balm.
maybe it requires one of us getting fucked in order for the second person to get a critical.
Maybe, but could it not be me next time? I don't like being fucked by a vine.
That's part of the tentacle porn. They never really address the rib crushing.
Yes. I don't want to address it
Yeah,
again.
they're so gentle normally.
Next time I'll just use that bondage kit we have.
You have some balm.
Yeah, so how does balm work?
Seyda has some balm.
I'll give you the balm.
I've got the balm.
Balm is
don't-
magical. You apply it to the skin and it spreads magically throughout your system for 1d6 points of damage. Sorry, 1d6
health.
points of healing.
Right, here we go. If I roll a 1, I get to re-roll it.
Yes,
yeah?
you do. I've allowed it.
I've rolled a 3.
You get 3 points of damage back. And since it's magical healing, your ruptured spleen, 2 cracked ribs, and fractured trachea, which was spraying up blood, actually like magically heal, and now you're just heavily bruised.
Oh, that's
Amazing bomb.
I still feel kind of shitty, guys. But,
You do, but the power of like magic, it's the power of magic that heals you, right? It like repairs what was actually like serious, like 1 point off death damage. Yeah, you don't feel quite
Good
so
job.
bad now. The shit's only going to drop out of your ass uncontrollably for the next couple of days, as opposed to being squeezed out of your mouth.
well, thanks, Doctor. Right, I'm feeling fine now. Let's get up into that.
That's wild.
That's an amazing bomb.
Okay, you don't all thank Hjani at once, but
Thanks, Hjani.
I had to drag your shitty bloody body away from the vines, and then I
Yeah.
gave you my balm. Where's
But-
that?
Shit, if it was that much fucking hassle, don't bother next time. I'd rather crush to death and have to do this fucking round of this circle jerk of...
You shitty bloody body.
party, take note of that. Hold him to that. Next time, he dies alone in the swamp.
I'm preferable to this
Hey!
fucking shit.
That's your first ever damage taking.
No, that's not. I've
congratulations.
taken
Oh,
damage
yeah,
for
that's
that.
right. That's right. Damn.
This
My second
mission,
ever damage taken.
This mission is your first ever damage taking. So, congratulations!
Party for Onas.
Yeah, great. Let's just get in the on the
You've
clock
lost
to
your
it.
damage, Sherry.
The Assassin Vine, as a challenge rating 3 monster, is worth 900 points, which is 225 each.
So that was, sorry, how much was that?
225.
Each.
225.
I
Right,
think
just going to
we're
do some
on-
long multiplication here.
5106,
Oh,
I think.
1906, right?
5106.
5106.
wow. 6,000 to that is that next level.
Oh, it's not.
Five,
It's a
one,
bridge
six.
that's not too far.
Okay, so now you clear off the bits and pieces of the slain Assassin Vine, and you now have the half-sunken Ornithopter in front of you, where it has the large open sort of seating area on top, where you kind of get down to it, like it comes up around your waist like a canoe. It's like a 30-foot long golden bird, replica of like a hawk, made of what looks like gold. It's at least gilded. In front of the front seat is a kind of like some form of steering stick and pedals. In the back seat, rear facing is the flame lance that you now know it's called. The flame lance, by the way, is like on a swiveling joint, and it can be pointed up or down, but it's rear facing, so you could only shoot it down at the ground if it was left or right and then down. Otherwise, you'd just be shooting it into the tail of the bird. You could essentially strafe the ground. It's
Yeah, I
rear
agree.
facing. It gets all the way around to almost like 5 degrees off the side,
Okay.
like on a turret.
Yeah, what's your use magic device, Onas?
What do you mean?
What's your use magic device skill?
It's just I'm not. I have none. No, I do.
Oh, you
do
got
not.
nothing?
I do
Really?
not have anything, and it's not a skill that you can use untrained, and it is a charisma skill, but
Yeah.
I do not have anything in it.
Okay, that's
Maybe
fine.
I'll stick some stuff in there when we level up.
We did establish earlier that the flame lance is magic, or just the entire
The entire thing is magic, powered by a gem in the sort of the power compartment.
I squoze my prick over it.
Question. Do you have to be full elf to...
Okay, I'm Arpitani Whiteblade. Yes, you do. We just say the keyword. If you hold the stick and say the keyword in your Elven, you mind meld with it. And the stick will have some control, but you're also controlling some part of your mind. I can't explain it, but once it starts, you just know. But the gun, the flame lance will come alive when it started up with the keyword, and whoever's at the back can just point it, and there's a button back there.
Point and shoot. Point and shoot.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, you. She'll listen to you. I'm not sure.
So...
I'm Arpitani. I'm starting to feel my mind going again. I feel I'm going to get spasms and fits without the medicine, so one of you guys better fly it, and I hope you know where
Yep.
you're going. Now I've told you the keyword. Do you remember what it is?
Yes, it's Katalintu.
That's right.
All right, so...
Catalintu.
So, okay, one of us needs to fly it, and one of us needs to man the gun in the back.
Well, as an ancient scribe and whatever, I'm flying this thing because it sounds cool.
All right, fine. I'll man the gun in the back, since I seem to have expertise with bows.
Okay.
Who will be the co-pilot sitting next to Onas, potentially navigating and stuff as well?
Am I the navigator?
Go on.
I'll navigate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
I'll be in the back with you. I get the feeling that my use magic device is going to help with.
All right,
What is your-
that's possible.
You have a.
But that's why I'll be in the back with you just in case.
So Onas is in the pilot's position, and
Yep.
Seyda's in the navigator position. And in the back seat, whoever's in the middle of the three will be on the gun, basically.
Me.
Okay, so that's Hjani.
Makes sense.
Will we have to restrain RP Tawny in order
She's
to...
right next to you when you're having this conversation. Is dialogue in the world of the game, by the way.
Okay.
She should sit in the.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, milady, do you mind if we restrain you just in case your fits get too much?
It is only because you're a citizen that I allow you to even talk about restraining you without like decapitating you or having a duel to the death on the spot. I will not need restraining. However, I will not be taking the controls because I'm feeling weak,
All right.
and I don't want to hear any of you suggesting any form of like physical attack on myself again.
Oh, it wasn't an attack. It was a gentle swaddle.
Be warned.
Oh, it's Bjorn. I
She looks at you with a sort of like you're going to be executed when you get back type look.
I know the look.
Okay, guys, I'm saying the word. Here we go.
So Bjorn and Arpi are either side of Hjani
Yeah.
in the back.
I'm going to do a quick sleight of hand because I want to take a bit of the red vial and put it into one of my 5 empty vials that I'm just carrying around.
So while you're organizing that, you want to
All right, I do a sleight of hand. I would like to take some of the elixir veri and put it into one of my 5 vials that I've been carrying around the whole time.
What skill are you looking at there?
Sleight of hand.
And your number is?
It's a +5.
And it's DC 12.
Okay. 9 + 5, thank goodness, is 14.
You turn away when everyone's uncovering, getting in, looking at the controls. You get out one of your 5 empty vials, you take out the magical elixir veri, and I can see on his face, here's what's coming. And you unscrew it. Yeah, there's going to be a second saving throw to make.
Oh.
You unscrew it in order to pour some into the other one. As you do so, your nostrils are filled with the sharp flavour of the magically enhanced elixir
I feel
veri.
like we've been here before.
Your mind starts to cloud over, and you're going to have to make... What's your willpower?
Does the addict not always put himself in these positions?
It's magical, too.
It's, my will save is +2.
Just so you can roleplay this properly, if you fail, it means that you take the dab, you put it back in your pocket, no one knew, because your sleight of hand was successful. But you didn't transfer it into the vial, but you're going to be really high. So that's what's going to happen if... But it'll still be sleight of hand. It's just you'll turn round, no one will know what you've done.
Nobody notices that I'm high.
No one notices that you did it, but you'll then be strangely high.
What I
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't have. But then when you speak to people,
let's just
it'll
do
become
this.
obvious.
Will save, please.
It's DC. It's DC 15. And what's your will again?
It's
2. Okay, make the roll.
He kissed the dice.
Declare the roll, please.
It's a 1.
Okay, so in that case, listen carefully, everyone. You finish putting the pieces of assassin vine and foliage away. You start to climb in to the ornithopter. Onas sits in the pole position while talking to Arpitani about how to control it, where to sit. You take the Hjani is in the back, taking hold of the flame lance turret and seeing how it feels. And at that moment, you all think to yourself, "Hey, where's Bjorn?" You turn around. You see Bjorn with his back to you, huddled over something, shaking, and he's muttering to himself weirdly. And then he turns round, he looks at you all furtively, and then you just see him open the elixir veri in full view of Arpitani, dab some on his tongue, and then scurry it all back into his backpack and start tripping balls.
Fuck.
Ring ding ding ding. Ring ding ding ding.
By the way, you get those stats back.
So I can fight you all off if I need to.
If anyone can do anything, I say Catalintu.
So here's what happens, is that while you are all half in and out of the ornithopter and looking around at taking your places and looking around at Bjorn, blurting that and taking the drugs again, the first thing that happens is that Arpitani says, looks at you, and she gives you the look, and she looks at Hjani, looks back at you, and then she just sort of nods and goes like, "The addiction is strong," and seems actually quite sympathetic. She recognizes something there that she's dealt with all her life, and for a moment decides not to murder you. It's the first time you've seen anything other than sort of like confusion, hangover, or weird lack of elven emotion in her eyes. She recognizes something and actually seems not too bad. At that moment, you hear...
Catalintu.
Yeah, and suddenly you hear a big... sort of like a thrumming noise which almost deafens your ears. You see bright red lights start to flash out of the cockpit and on the gun, and the bird does a mighty flap of its mechanical wings to get free of the mire, sort of throwing up swamp mud into the air, also throwing up Arpitani and Hjani about 5 feet up into the air, and they come like splashing down a little bit away.
Sorry, guys.
Seyda, on the other hand, clings on and gets in the navigator position. And what happens to Onas is you're holding the stick. You feel the stick can move, and there's a pedal your foot's touching, but your mind feels connected to it. And you realize that you can move the stick, but the stick is almost like a kind of... it sort of sets off your mind. It gives your mind a physical action, so you can sort of really understand what's going on. But with your mind, you could steer and control the speed, you realize. Right. And you basically, it hovers out of the mire, all the stuff, the shit sort of drops off it. And it's got this flapping motion, but it's just the power of magic levitating it, basically. And you rise about 20 feet up into the air before you sort of realize what's going on and stabilize it.
Okay, we're stabilized. How you guys? Oh, I'm looking.
Bring it down. Bring it
We're in
down.
Can you see them?
Bring it
Where-
down.
you
Is
asshole!
everyone strapped in? We're ready to go. Hang
There's
on.
no one else. There's me and you. You flipped them into the air.
Oh,
You
and
dick!
and
I'm
that
with
guy.
two druggies in
All
a
right.
swamp.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna bring it down and hover.
No.
I'm gonna bring it down. I'm hovering a foot above the swamp.
You do that, and it's surprisingly easy to control.
I'm also swinging it around and going to dip a wing down so that they can jump up the wing and climb into their cockpits.
Oh, we're going to get so
I
murdered.
have to grab these people.
Oh, and by the way, and Onas senses this, but you guys don't know. You sense that because you're a sorcerer and your magical ability flows naturally
Right.
through your body, you seem to be, and an elf, you are perfectly suited to this. It seems to be coming naturally to you,
Hey.
and you feel very stable and awesome at it.
From that first little mishap, but okay. So I'm swooping down. I've got a wing dipped so that they can climb on board.
Yeah, you are
Get in.
hovering. So Arpitani and Hjani dust the swamp mud off their heads
I'm
and,
so
and
glad
bodies.
I'm a pretend citizen.
Oh, we're going to get...
Bjorn is just staring at you all. What you see is a golden bird flying in the sky surrounded by sparking red fireworks.
And I'm inside it.
Can I grab him by his collar and just like drag him?
Can
onto
you
the
just
ship?
get in?
Why
What are we getting?
Are
Yeah.
we all getting in? Let's get in.
Can he get in?
So Hjani grabs you and sits you down next to her. It's apart from this waist-high thing around you, like a canoe sort of opening. You're not strapped in or anything.
Oh,
He's
there's no-
not strapped in.
There's
He's
no
just-
like
no.
thing over the top. Oh, we're
No,
completely
no.
open. Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I thought there's like a glass cockpit thing over the top, but no.
Don't
No.
do any barrel rolls, please.
Are there any aviator goggles like under the seat or anything?
Good call. There aren't.
Oh, there's none. I did a
Not
quick
here
check
right
on
now
the-
for whatever reason. No.
Well,
You've thoroughly
it's on my
searched it
list.
as well.
Are there life jackets under the seat?
please strap yourselves in. Any drug-addled
punch him
rangers?
Can we
Conscious?
knock him out?
Hey, I'm immune to sleep, guys.
We can knock you out.
We can punch
What am
you
I going to do?
unconscious.
I haven't done anything. Let's just go.
Yeah, we're going.
It's up to you. If anyone states I knock him unconscious, we can
Yeah.
start the subdue damage. But if not, let's go.
It's fine. Let's just go. If he's in, not specifically strapped in, but at least inside the vehicle, let's go.
If he
Okay.
causes any problem, it's up to you to smack him.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onas, you are in control of the ornithopter. Everyone is in the stated
Yeah,
positions.
well, I'm going to take us directly up, just floating vertically up, and then I'm going to point the nose to the ground to where we killed all those hobgoblins. I'm going to fly directly towards it, and then just at the last moment, pull up and swoop around in a loop and go back towards, I guess, heading southeast.
The ornithopter rises into the air magically as it gets higher and higher. Except Onas, who's just really mentally keyed into this and enjoying it. All of you are a little bit shaken as you rise high into the sky, and the moor starts to fall away below you. You haven't got as much visibility as you'd think from this height at first because it's there's light snow and grey clouds and stuff, but you just keep hovering and hovering and hovering, and you're just relying on instinct to feel how high you might have to go. But you get a good, I don't know, like 200 meters up before you start feeling like you're really clear of any of the tors over there. You're quite high. So the tents and the island below you are now, as big as this eraser that I'm holding up. As you look down, and you're really up with the birds now. Onas is exhilarated. The rest of you are kind of like, this is cool, but I'm holding on.
I'm incredibly worried about the two drug
Anyway,
use
enough of this.
horrendous.
I'm engaging in my looping. I'm doing a
Do you
steep
mind living a
dive.
little less, baby?
Doing a steep dive
It
across
happens
the
without
across the
without
camp.
warning. He rolls he banks it. He goes down towards the camp. You feel like on a roller coaster, and then he does like a sort of a banked up
Yes,
and around,
exactly right.
and turning around to face due east on the map.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain, while we're flying over that country, can we keep an eye out for Micah and the other crack team who were attacked by that dragon?
Sure. I say as I accelerate.
That you
We
think
we
may have
have
been
been
attacked by a dragon. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take it up to a nice height. Like you said, I could kind of feel what the comfortable kind of cruising height is.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna head east
right?
across Wolf Country, and I think maybe we'll take in the Hell Pits because I hear they're beautiful this time of year.
This is all working out for the DM because by taking the hell pits, I'm going to read something out for you.
Oh, here we go.
And I want you to really picture this. Flying, by the way, flying. This doesn't happen in your world, not for thousands of years.
Shit.
Flying over the snow-dusted moors, you approach the series of rifts in the rock below, the hell pits. The collapsed caverns and shifted rock draw sharp lines in the landscape. From the air, they form a series of scratches like primitive writing. Onas, only you notice this. Okay, so you're going to have to describe this in a moment. Everyone else thinks it looks just like great scenery at first. As you get directly overhead, you shake your head in disbelief. Then you get a cold sweat on your brow and look again. Some of these rifts are half a mile long, and yet it is now unmistakable. It is writing. The same archaic lettering you studied on the giant skeleton at the Bone Ford. You are looking at a giant word carved into the earth.
Oblivion, I believe.
No, it's a different word, so you'd have to, spend... Oh, I'm sorry.
I felt really good remembering that as well. It was Oblivion on the stones, wasn't it?
You remembered
on the
and it's
bones?
the same carvings, but it's a different word. So
okay.
You'll have to, work it out and research it. But
okay.
you're kind of flying out right now.
Okay, so I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, you've got it committed to memory now, but you'd have to remember what you saw and just do it. You'd have to do a little working out and a skill check while you're not piloting a...
Well, I'm not going to say anything about it to
ornithopter.
the others right now because I want to check my sources before I go blathering on about something I don't know for sure.
But you do know for sure it is definitely somehow the hell pits are actually spell out
They
a word
spell a
in that
word.
thing, 100%.
Okay.
Probably just like welcome to the hell pits.
Yeah. Please drive slowly.
That's what you see as you fly over the hell pits, and you realize you will have to stop to rest by the Bone Ford at some point. You can definitely make it past Wolf Country, and all the time you haven't spotted anyone on the ground.
Okay.
But from up here, you can clearly see the Tor Jassa outpost, and you can see the sort of the lay of the land of Wolf Country, which is quite flat.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to take us... We can't... You said we could make it to the Bone Ford if we really hit it.
If you really push it, but you'd be falling asleep at the
Yeah.
wheel as you arrived. But it's
I'm
makeable.
going to try and make it to Tor Jassa then. Because we know that should hopefully be empty now. We know where it is, and it's a good place, a good lookout place to land this thing.
You turn south, and
We're going
as
to Tor Jassa
as you
back
turn south, who's in the back? Hjani,
Me.
tripping Bjorn, and Arpitani. So Hjani is going to notice something too that no one else will see unless she tells you. As Onas turns south over the hell pits, you are now looking directly north, right? On the map there, looking directly north. And although visibility is not that good after a few miles because of the sort of grey skies and it's slightly overcast, you do notice, Hjani, in the distance a kind of a white speck coming your way from behind you, essentially. Yeah, it's quite far away, but it's definitely like a bird. Like it's white, it's got wings. It sort of seems to be directly behind you after he's made this turn.
Hey, how's everything going back there,
Can I
guys?
shoot it down?
The bone white dragon.
It's very, very far away. It's like a speck with wings at the moment, but it's definitely something in the air behind you. Now, none of you know that anything's even been seen. It's up to Hjani.
Yep. Oh, hey, there's a white speck following us. Hey, maybe we should land this thing.
Is it gaining on us?
I can't tell.
Okay. I don't know. Let's. I think we can make it to Tor Jassa.
All right,
before
let's keep
that
on going
happens.
towards
Just keep an eye on
Jassa.
it. Let me know if anything changes. Tor Jassa is just the first place that we. It's where we knifed you. You knifed some hobgoblins.
It's the scene of Knife to Meet You.
Knife to meet you. We've come full circle.
Yep.
It's the circle of knife. Anyway,
That's good.
let's continue to Tor Jassa. My job is done here.
All right, let's go.
From the hell pits to Tor Jassa is about another hour of you flying. So if this thing can catch you up,
I'm keeping
you'll
an
find
eye
out.
on that white speck.
Okay, across the first 20 minutes, it does seem to be going at least the same speed, if not a bit faster, because it is kind of growing bigger in your view. By the half an hour point, where you notice that the sun is setting on the horizon. Basically, it's big enough to be like that's not a bird. That's obviously
A dragon.
yeah, bigger than maybe the dragon that you saw, but it's definitely a huge thing. And you think if you just continue for the next half an hour, it will sort of catch you about, just as you're getting ready to land. Basically, it will be right up behind you.
Right.
All right, so I'm at the ready.
Okay, so I assume
Let's do some
what's
maneuvers.
happening back there?
Let's do some maneuvers to get it close enough for me to hit.
What to hit? What's behind
I
us?
asked Ep20, hey, what's the range on this gun? What does that come out as?
She has fallen asleep and actually is like shivering almost in sort of seizure style.
Look, guys,
I'm shocked she hasn't forced the vinyl off of me yet.
She seems to have gone unconscious.
I just hope she was as messed up as she was when you first met her, because she didn't remember anything until
Can
we
I
told her
sense
about
anything from the gun as well? Do I have any kind of intuitive knowledge of how it might, what its capabilities might be? Or even any control over it?
Yeah, you feel like if someone gets both hands on the handles, they'll be sort of like linked into.
Okay. Hey.
You've got this sort of it's just appearing in your mind.
Okay. Hey, Hjani, just grab those handles and see how that feels. Just
Great.
nice and
Seyda,
tight.
can you keep an eye on these two?
I'll watch the wards.
And I thought I was the druggie of the group.
You can't turn yourself around. Like you're in this seat thing. You
Oh,
can't
so
turn
I-
yourself around unless you kneel up onto your seat and sort of hold. You know what I mean? Like you're standing up on your seat, and with a real danger of falling over the side if you get
I'll
hit by
listen
anything.
out for the wards.
Hjani, grab those handles and open your mind.
Fine.
Believe.
Okay, you grab it as soon as I notice it has like a barrel and like a sort of weird metal coil going around it. As soon as you hold it, the coil lights up and sparks red.
How does that feel?
And you notice that there are literally like 2 buttons on top of the handles where your thumbs would be. You feel like you could have a shot from here, that it's within the long range. And by the way, you can start to make out now that it's got a neck and, and scales and a tail. It's definitely the dragon you saw before. And there's definitely a rider on it. And
Okay.
you can now see the details, but it's still, quite far behind you. But you feel like you could take a shot.
Can I see who the rider is?
No, it's like a sort of, I'm holding up, for example, my pencil. It's like the rider looks in your vision about as big as the
Hjani, how does
that
that
part of the pencil.
How does that feel?
But I do have a far shot.
Just so the listener
Hjani,
knows,
how does? Can you just
This
say
is
how
not-
that feels?
A novelty size
Hjani,
pencil.
don't get carried away. How does it feel first? What's going on?
Feeling good.
Okay, look, listen. Don't do anything yet because we don't know if it's a friend or foe, and also we don't want to start a fight if we don't have to. And I think we can probably take a dragon in this thing. I feel pretty confident about being able to maneuver it. There's
All
a
right.
ride on there. Maybe we should slow down and signal that we're friendly.
I don't know what they tell you about dragons in the cities,
It's controlled by a
but
person.
we
though.
need to hit this dragon.
There's a person on the dragon.
We need to hit this
I
dragon.
think we
person
need
on
to
the
hit this dragon. But I do agree that you can slow it down so that I can get a better shot.
What do you, I'm not going to ask Bjorn what he thinks. Look, I don't think we should go in firing.
Hjani's on the gun, you're on the controls.
Hey,
Democracy.
You know what? I'm going to turn this thing around and fly towards it. You won't be able to shoot it if I'm flying towards it. And
Don't do that. Why
Well,
are
what's
you
it gonna do?
It's
Bite
gonna
us?
It's
Okay.
gonna eat us.
I need an action.
I'm
Onas,
doing
what do
that.
you do?
I'm like, guys, executive decision. I think the way to save this ornithopter is by going and investigating what's going on.
And
I'm
then
pretty
you
sure
do
I can
what?
outmaneuver it. I flip us around 180 degrees and head straight
Good.
towards the
That's
dragon.
the action thing. Okay, so you say that. That's what you hear him say, and Onas takes a hold of the controls using his mind as he has melded. Elven sorcery has melded him to the ornithopter's controls. The giant golden bird flying magically through the air like a huge golden metallic replica of a bird should not be able to do. You wheel around to face the oncoming dragon and close the distance between you and it, leaving Hjani and the gun pointing back the other way, and you head directly for it. Now you see that it flies at about the same speed, a little bit faster than you, but it's it's flapping its wings and it's sort of like bobs up and down in a sort of wavy pattern. And as you're getting closer, you see that its rider is definitely elven, a winter elf, female, wearing black leather armor and bearing strange, like uncanny resemblance to the one sitting in the back
Oh
of the.
no, it's the frostbitten.
It's not the frostbitten.
Oh no, it's not the frostbitten.
The
But
other
it-
sister.
Yeah, but it definitely
Love them.
seems to have a similar look. And it's closing on you. And Onas, you steer yourself right towards the dragon. Now, before I say what happens next, just for the sake of in what order things happen, me and you are going to roll initiative checks, okay? And this will determine your ability to react or not to what happens next. So for it, I'm going to roll... Hang on, I've got all the things here. Okay, an unadjusted roll. So it gets a 10 for its initiative.
I use my initiative bonus as well, which is +2. So I'm rolling. I get 8 and I get +2, so that's 10.
You get 10 too. Okay, now in the case of a tie, players normally get given the thing, so you're going to have a chance to do something. As you get close enough to see the rider and see the white dragon, white dragons are very skeleton and feral looking. In fact, and I'm just using the 3.5 monster manual here, I'm just going to flip a picture of it at you guys. There's white dragon. Yeah,
it's pretty big, and
it's certainly bigger than your ornithopter, but it's not old or ancient or kill you in 2 seconds big. But it's certainly a full,
it's dragony,
a dragon, and not old enough apparently. Not trying to get too meta though to have the frightful presence or instant dragon fear. So. That's a meta comment, but it's not like there's a certain age and size of dragon where people below a certain level would just must check or just flee, basically. And you don't have that, so...
we don't have that, and we're in a well-armed ornithopter, and so...
So it rears up its head, howls, and a magical cone of frost just comes flying at you to envelope all of you. But since you succeeded on the initiative, we're going to give you a chance at a evasive maneuver. What's your reflex save?
Okay.
Because normally Dragon Breath is an instant hit and you have to save for partial damage.
Jesus. Okay. Well, my reflex is 3.
And the DC is 15. So can you do an unbelievable defensive roll maneuver and get out of this?
Yeah, otherwise we're all dead. So here we go. I roll a 91. No, it's a 19. I roll 19.
Is 21.
So I do some fucking amazing.
The icy magical blast of near certain, maybe 85% death for at least half the party comes hurtling towards you. Onas, melded with the ornithopter, ducks and rolls, sending it into a spin, a dive, a loop, and he pulls it up and somehow evades the dragon breath, goes under it, and you're now up on the other side and you're sort of moving apart, leaving Hjani, because that was such a good roll, in the position of the flame lance pointing at the dragon's
pew, pew, pew,
ass.
Pew.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
You're going to try to take a shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even going to ask.
No, you're doing it. We're
I'm
the
doing it.
we're
I'm
the
doing
throws
it.
of action.
That was Onus's action, now it's your action. So you find yourself suddenly looking at it from behind with this flame lance in your
And
hands.
immediately I'm like, pew, pew.
Now, it's a ranged attack, and it doesn't go off the skill of bows, right? But you can get your dexterity bonus,
Plus
right?
5.
Oh, that's right. You have the 20 dexterity, right? Nice. So its AC. Sorry, it's all listed by age. Oh my god. While the DM is scanning around for this stat, what is Bjorn saying to himself as you meet a dragon and duck and roll under its breath, etc., etc.?
This is so fucking cool.
How about Seyda? What's Seyda saying over her shoulder back to him?
Oh my god, I come from the plains. We've never been this high.
You're on a plane!
I'm on a plane. Why did I ever get into this? I've got family at home.
Its AC is 18.
Yeah.
And you have plus 5.
Okay, plus 5. 4.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
So 9.
Okay, you aim, you concentrate with your mind, you feel something taking over your mind meld. The coils glow up red, and a laser red blast of energy goes flying out of it.
Whoa.
Misses the dragon, though, but it literally, just as it gets past the dragon into the air, it just like sort of erupts like a sort of deadly fireworks, spraying the rider with sparks, making them sort of tilt back, almost fall off the dragon, and sending the dragon into a bank, taking it like way off course, and at this moment doesn't exactly know where you are in the sky behind it. It seems like really powerful weapon.
Oh wow.
Okay, are we gonna
Next actions from Onas. If anyone wants to tell anything to Onas, you can say like 2 lines now, which is what you're shouting at him before he takes his next action.
Take us down, take us down, take us down.
What does Bjorn say? What does Hjani say?
To the fort, to the fort.
Well, I don't think we've got time to go to the fort, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take us in a steep dive, and hopefully before it can see where we are, land us somewhere.
What is Bjorn saying to himself as you just dive at the ground unbelievably?
That was a cool move.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, it has search and spot plus 12.
Oh, okay.
And the DC is 20, so I'm going to roll this
finished.
out. I know. I just found it, though. Thanks
I'm
for
going to
filling
call
in.
Onas Iceman from now on. Because he's a real cool maverick.
Okay, here comes the roll to see if it can find you again after you dived out of the way.
Okay.
So it gets plus 12, which means it needs an 8 or above to
Okay.
succeed. It rolls a natural 1.
Whoa.
It wheeled, it bolted in a fear of the explosion because it's a white dragon and it was a fire attack. And it just basically goes out of the control of the rider and just, bolts for a while before it sort of flaps its wings, hovers and has a look around, by which time you dived, banked, and took it just above the ground in between some rises and hills and over
You know
horizon.
exactly what I was doing. Yes, that was exactly my intention.
That's what you were going to do,
Yeah.
right? So at the moment, you're hugging the ground, flying at breakneck speed, and you've gone over a kind of a low rise and down the other side. It's bolted the other way, and it has momentarily lost complete sight of you,
Okay.
any direction.
Okay.
So what's the next action, Onas?
The forge.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, let's find out which way that took you. So
Yes.
I'm
please.
going to roll a d8, and if we imagine the compass points, it's
Yeah.
1 is north, and then
Okay.
it's going around the clock, right?
Okay.
7. So
We're
you...
kind of going north.
So if you put yourself south
West.
of the Hell Pits now, about halfway between there and the outpost,
Okay.
and you're basically pointing at the words wolf country, and you're
Oh,
sort
we're
of...
pointing that way. Yeah.
No, sorry, the other one up
Pointing
there.
this way,
yeah,
yeah.
you're pointing up that way, yeah.
All right.
Pointing this
So you're about there. That's the direction you're hugging the ground in.
Right.
And there are sort of copses and rises and the odd rocky outcrop. You could try to to conceal yourself.
Behind us. Yeah.
The dragon's gone the opposite way. It's flown on several hundred feet the opposite way, and is now sort of it got scared by the blast and,
Right.
and bolted. And now
I'm worried about
it's
landing
due.
this thing because we're golden, and we're pretty easy to spot. But I'm gonna take us down and see if there's like some foliage I can just kind of swoop us into, and
Okay.
maybe knock down a few trees that will fall onto
You
us.
slow
we'll
down, and
cover.
the feeling you get is that once you slow it to a certain speed, it naturally starts to drop at a
Okay.
hover rate.
Okay.
And that sort of starts happening. So you bring yourself like down, you slow down, you start to drop, and you bring it down between some rocky outcrops on the rises, and you could have a go at sort of concealing the rest of it, but certainly you wouldn't be seen immediately unless it was a direct flyby.
Okay, so whilst we're hovering here, I look over my shoulder and say, guys, are we going to go and take this thing down, or are we going to get the hell out of here?
I vote for get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
Right, what I'm going to do is, if we are here, I'm going to fly us towards the rim, because I think we'd be able to hide in the rim and take us down amongst that stuff, hopefully keeping close to the ground so that it won't be
Yeah,
able to
where
see
it's
it.
high ground and
Yeah,
tors and
yeah.
crags
I'm
and crevices.
trying to put this high ground between us and it.
Keeping not too high away from the ground, you can't keep flying, and you head along the rift into the sort of rock formations and hugging the high ground, which means hopefully you wouldn't be seen from a distance because you've got things in between you. Okay, you speed up, and now you are sort of hurtling that way, and evening is drawing on. You're losing light. There's no sign of the dragon behind you at the moment.
Guys, I'm putting her down. That means the ornithopter. We're landing in the rim, and we're going to, camp here.
Do it.
You estimate, looking at the map and having a very good view from flying, that you are about halfway along the rim, where the purple gorse plains there, marked on the map, meet it. And of course, it's not just a completely flat cliff. It has sort of I don't know what to call it, flanges, fins. It's like sometimes it goes in a bit, then comes out of it.
Crenellations.
Yeah, like this.
I
So
think
you
that's
can.
exactly
That's
right,
exactly
actually.
Like how
Is
I'm
that the
counsel,
word?
but
Yeah.
the
So
other way,
basically, you can. It's not just one big wall. It has ins and outs. So you can kind of put it down behind one of
Sure.
them, and now light is about to go dark.
Okay, so we're doing that.
Oh my god, guys,
You escaped.
we were right in the danger zone.
But then we were right out of it again.
That
Thanks
took my
to some,
that took my breath away.
Oh,
You flew right into the danger zone, and your breath was taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
does anyone have a third thing that happened after that?
I don't know.
I thought our goose was cooked.
Well, they always said I was a bit of a maverick, so there we go.
That's right. I mean, you're
And that was a good job with the thing. You're a Top Gun.
and your rolls and your maneuvers, you were cool as ice.
Yes, the Iceman cometh. Okay, let's set up camp here. I'm going to caress this my control stick a bit more because that was fucking fun.
The next thing, yeah. By the way, once you all step out, right, you literally all like your legs buckle, you grab the ground, you're shaking. You don't because when you were melded with it and doing it, you just felt like zero fear or discomfort.
Yeah.
It was like an extension of your body. It was like the most amazing experience an elf can have, especially a scholarly one.
Yeah.
For you guys, you're just shaking.
It's actually just me and Seyda because the other two were so wiped out.
Out of it.
Are either
How am I
unconscious or
feeling now?
tripping. You're still kind of tripping, but you kind of feel like you're in control of it a
Okay.
bit. Like things look weird, but you feel that magical strength coming in.
I need to wrap the cloak around my face and open the vial again. So I'm wrapping the cloak around my face to block any fumes.
Oh, once you've taken it, you are sated.
Oh, good. In that case, I'm going to dab a bit on my finger and stick my finger into Ep20's mouth. We need to wake her up.
Okay, well, you guys,
You want
Do
to
it.
do this right before we're about to go to sleep?
He's
Oh,
doing it. He's
I've
doing it.
done
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Damn it.
It's
So,
done.
Onas has deposited the ornithopter. You've all gotten out. You're all like apart. You guys are like shaky
I'm
and
having a
feeling
cry.
sick.
I'm just pumping.
Yeah, you feel like the best you ever felt. You're also sort of like covering some parts of the golden ornithopter for so it doesn't get too exposed in the light in the morning, right? Meanwhile, Bjorn pulls out his medicine. Yeah, and he walks over to Ep20.
That's a dab, and yeah, just pixie stick it right into her mouth.
Okay, you put your finger into her mouth, and even before it hits her lips, the smell goes up her nose, her eyelids flutter, she comes around a bit.
I guess, I don't know how it's actually administered. Is it orally or is it just through the nose?
You still don't have an idea.
I've whiffed the thing.
You don't know, you still don't know. And you dab some on her lips, and you stick, as you say, your finger directly into her mouth, which feels very like the verb I should be using is violate. But and she immediately snaps around it and comes around and looks and starts waking up, and then she sort of grabs her stomach and looks confused, like, why am I also feeling like I've been span upside down a bunch of times? She's like, oh, where are we? I fell unconscious and now I don't know where we are again.
Where are we?
We're at the rim.
We've nearly got you
just
back
gave
to
her a
Illuminati.
rim.
Yeah, we're about halfway back. Halfway back to the burning ford.
While you were out...
I remember you found the elixir Veri.
Yeah. it was...
So,
It was there.
Mr. Non-Citizen Bjorn, I've rewarded you, and I'm happy for your service so far, but you're going to have to hand over the potion. It's illegal for you to own that. If you give it to me now, I will overlook that you had it at all. She sticks her hand out.
Yeah, I've got absolutely no... Yeah, I give it over.
Okay.
It's yours.
Okay, she takes it.
And to be honest, just so you know,
Yeah.
I found it on the floor of the ornithopter when we got in.
Let's do that bluff check again.
Mm-hmm. I have a plus 4 to my bluff.
And she had the +5 sense motive, right? She rolls a natural 1.
8 plus 4, yeah.
Okay, so she looks at you and goes, you know what? You will make a good citizen one day. You are honest and earnest. I seem to believe what you were saying. This may be twice you have saved me, and although I will have to take this, I won't forget. I won't forget this.
It's yours. And it's nothing. It's nothing to me.
Great. Now I just have to figure out a way to not get executed once I get back into town.
So, my lady, do you know anyone who might ride a white dragon?
We saw a white dragon,
Yes.
Yeah, and, it
and
had
we're still alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there was some pretty damn good piloting and some pretty mediocre shooting, and that's how we evaded it. But there seemed to be a figure on the back of this dragon who looked like an elf, female
Of the bloodline.
of the bloodline.
Of whose
We could
bloodline?
tell. Well, from the ravishingly good looks, we could tell it was
Whose bloodline?
Of a
Your
noble
bloodline.
bloodline.
A noble
or a
bloodline?
noble bloodline.
Are you're looking at me strangely. You mean she looked like me?
A
Yes.
little bit.
Did she have a black scar of frostbite down one cheek?
Couldn't tell. That we couldn't tell.
We can't.
Ah,
Yeah.
then it will be my older... Well, I'm the youngest of 3 sisters. That will be the oldest sister, Lalia Whiteblade. often called Leah.
So she is known for her dragon riding. She's got a dragon?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, you'd remember that small
Yes.
detail.
White dragons are only legendary in our kingdom. They are the legendary predators of the great woods in the winters, but none have been seen thousands of years, and it is every noble's dream to bring a white dragon or a host of white dragons under their control so that they could dominate the realm.
When did you last see your Lalia?
I have not much memory at this moment beyond 2 weeks ago.
Oh, but so you can't remember seeing her for 2 weeks?
I'm not sure she came to Linake Raka with our family when we took residence in the defense tower. By the way, what do you know of the defense towers?
Yeah, the big, tall, black.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know that one of the levels opens up and there is a movable flame lance in there 10 times the size of the one on this ornithopter?
Didn't know that.
Good to know.
Yeah, we skipped the tour.
Ah.
I think we're heading back there, though, aren't we? So.
Well, the whole reason we moved in there was because they also hadn't been used for years, and my father was very interested in them.
So,
Wait, but why would
why would Lalia Tani attack us?
And don't you think it's kind of weird, the whole dragon thing? That
She attacked us?
Yeah.
Did she know I was in there?
Well, I mean, who else would have
Couldn't
taken
tell.
the golden bird out?
Yeah.
that is true.
This is vexing to me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty vexed with myself.
Feels like we might be in the middle of a family feud. Family feud.
Okay, the evening has descended, and you are with the golden bird hidden in the... What was the word, Onas?
Crenellation.
The crenellations of the large rift, which is not rift, the sort of inland cliff called the Rim.
The Rim. The Rim.
This is funny. I want to say for the listeners that in this age of everyone can look up everything on Google, we don't have phones or computers turned on for recording, so...
Yeah.
This is a real test, isn't it? If we can't re-record this, so if we get back and crenellations is the right word, I think
crenellations is what
Adam
you
has
get
proven his vocabulary.
You get crenellations at the top of the castle. It's like the bits that go up and down on a castle. So that's like a crenellation
So either way, you used a long word, which was a
I used
correct
a long
correct
word.
description.
I don't know if you can fully use it on a cliff face, but I think it makes sense.
I feel like it was pretty awesome.
It means inny outy bits, and that's what we're saying. So there's inny and outy bits.
Yeah, there we go. For the layman.
Yeah, for the layman.
For the
We're in
barbarians.
the Innie Alley bits.
I prefer the inny bits. What about you?
Okay.
Let's go to sleep.
Awesome. Any last words before you go to sleep?
I'm on watch first.
Anything else you want to say to Arpitani before we go to sleep?
I love you.
I thought you were going to say you've lost that loving feeling.
Oh, no.
I've lost the feeling in my leg. Guys, I've got some more tricks up my sleeve as far as piloting is concerned.
Oh, God. If you're going to keep on cruising, you're going to kill us.